destination sets off to explore Costa Rica. A haven for nature enthusiasts, this Central American country ticks all the boxes. Lush rainforests, soaring volcanoes, and iconic wildlife. For adrenaline junkies, there's plenty to keep you going, both on the ground and in the air. And for those seeking more of a mind and spirit experience, the healing powers of the sea and sun are ready to work their wonders. It's the essential destination for every adventure traveler. This is Costa Rica. Meet Esteban Elizondo, our host for the first leg of our journey.
This is something that the pilot, should do it by himself, but these guys have been with forever. They're actually better than myself these days.
As the manager of La Finca Lodge, his specialty is tailor-made adventures. But it's easy to see what Esteban's passion is.
We come with the fire, we're gonna heat the air inside, and the balloon is gonna start going up, okay?
His guest today is Rocio Carranza, an actress and environmental activist in Costa Rica. Eager to see her country's abundant biodiversity from above, it's her first time riding the wind.
It takes about, 5 minutes for the mind to figure it out what you're doing. The thing with ballooning is a movement that we don't get it any place. Do you understand? Nothing. You can go biking, you can go cars, you can go planes, helicopters, boats, anything. This, we're traveling with the wind. It's a sensation that is weird. The brain has to process that.
I feel like when I dream that I fly. It's like the same feeling.
The only licensed hot air balloon operator in all of Costa Rica, Esteban makes the experience memorable.
You know what? For me, ballooning is a blessing. I mean, for me, ballooning is a passion. I cannot see it as a profession. You're touched by the ballooning. Just the fact of floating. And seeing something from a perspective that you get a clear vision of everything. You see the people, how they lived. You see the crops. You see the plantations. You see everything around you. You get to touch them, to smell them, to feel them. The balloon it's a pretty unique experience in every way. For me, it's like a dream. There is perfection over there.
High above the canopy, the incredible views include the once active Arenal volcano.
We have the 5% of the whole biodiversity of the world. Costa Rica is pioneer in protecting nature. We have 25% of the country as preserved areas. That's why I work for protecting nature.
Even an approaching rain shower doesn't diminish the sights or dampen the spirit.
Bueno, ¿qué pasó, señores? It's going to be a little technical landing. Do you see how we're slowing down the speed just by hitting the sugarcane? Good thing that the owners of the sugarcane field are really good friends of us. Okay,
I'm really amazed. Super. It has been one of the best experiences I've ever had, I think.
This is certainly the best way to start a day, actually.
Back on the ground, we head to nearby La Finca Lodge. Surrounded by green pastures and rainforests, La Finca prides itself on its simple and rural charm.
The old-fashioned word, like La Finca means the place for the family. It's the place where the kids run free, there are fruit trees, there are animals, the green areas, the open areas.
A working ranch, Esteban and his wife have over 40 horses on the property.
Listen, there are places for people and people for places. I learned that a long time ago. And it doesn't mean that one is better than the other one. It's just different, And I don't know, at least what we're looking for is this is what for us is Costa Rica, not the big resorts, which I'm sure that there's people very happy at those places, but not for us. We're looking for someone who enjoys the culture, who enjoys the contact with the people around, something where, you know, without sacrificing comfort, but you get a more natural experience, you know, with the environment. We try to take our people out of the beaten path. We don't like the most touristy places. We try to, you know, actually to take them out and get a feeling of what this country is.
It was great. It's the first time I go galloping so fast. They are really good teachers. You see, all of these you can do in Costa Rica. Vamos.
You know, we try to combine everything. You know, we play around. We like toys and we like activities. When we talked about the ATVs, it's not about just riding the bikes. No, it's about riding the bikes to a destination that would add to the total at the end. You know, like, it's not only the way you get there, it's what you get to see at the end as well.
El volcán Arenal volcano. I used to come here since I was like, I don't know, 3 years old. Sunsets in Costa Rica are amazing because we have also a lot of clouds. So the clouds is where you can see the lot of colors. When looking at this, I feel blessed. Living by nature and knowing so many people that are working to protect this nature.
And while you might think this breathtaking sunset would be the perfect ending to an action-packed day, Esteban has one more hidden treasure.
We love this one, especially after the ATV ride, as you will see, where we get trashed with mud and we go through different scenery. Going into the hot spring, that's like being in heaven, you know, like a hot bathtub, you know, like with the hot springs, is the perfect way to finish an adventure, you know, with the ATV rides. So we have picked these ones because they're real. They're for locals. They're not as high-end as the ones by La Fortuna, but they got the charm.
How magic is nature. You should come.
Another reason to come explore Costa Rica is its amazing wildlife. The Tucan Rescue Ranch is a great way to get an up-close encounter.
And they need to be very efficient in the way they use their energy. So that's why they're so slow.
Home to all kinds of creatures, it's both Instagram-worthy and for a worthy cause.
Soon to be named on Facebook.
The Rescue Ranch rehabilitates sick as well as injured wildlife from all over Costa Rica. And the goal is to return the animals back to their natural habitat.
We're always full, but we're also open to, like, I mean, we cannot say no to a sloth. Look at their faces, they're adorable. Yes, you are.
Along with guided tours, there's even a guest house.
It's great because it's right here on the property, so guests can do the tour, they can have breakfast with us while we feed the baby sloths during the breakfast, and be a part of, you know, everything that's happening here.
Baby sloths with breakfast. Does it really get any better than that? Costa Rica's adventures are great for getting the heart rate up. But every journey requires some time to wind down and find your center of gravity. We found a beach town that allows you to do both.
For me, it's like a great way to start the day. It's like you set an intention, you have a moment to feel how does it feel to be present.
Pura vida. A phrase heard here often. is as much a state of mind as a way of life in Costa Rica.
Hands behind the back, interlace your fingers and fold over your legs, stretching out the shoulders.
Pura vida, for me, means being free. Being able to live in a beautiful country where you are free to say what you need to say, that it's very important. Pura vida is living in a place with no army, where like most of the money that should go to an army goes to education. Pura vida means taking care of yourself, giving a smile to every single person that you see, and just being happy.
Like, enjoy life, enjoy those little details. Go to the beach, watch the sunset, enjoy the monkey that you just saw. Enjoy those little details, pure life, like be present.
It's the pursuit of pura vida that's brought to us our next destination, the Bodhi Tree Yoga Resort.
Bodhi tree is where Buddha sat to get enlightened. He sat underneath the Bodhi tree, and I think it kind of speaks for itself when you walk around the property and see what we created.
Perched along the Pacific coast, near the tiny beach town of Nosara, Bodhi Tree is a mecca for healthy living.
Bodhi Tree is more than a yoga resort or a regular hotel. Bodhi Tree not only is special for yogis or people that are hardcore and they have already experienced practice, it's also a good place for a normal person who wants to come and just relax in the jungle. We work really, really hard to have beautiful facilities for everyone. So just enjoy the beach, enjoy yourself, take a spa treatment, take a dip in the pool. I think we have a little bit of everything for everyone, which makes it magical and special.
The lush landscape and open-air design means the magic happens here daily.
People have very different reasons for coming to a yoga class. Some it's very physical, others it's to still the mind. I'm there to simply guide them back into themselves, back into the core of who they are.
Usually when you go on vacation, sometimes you either overeat or overdrink or just like try to go have fun, but then you come home and you feel like you need a vacation from your vacation. Instead, that's the comment I always get from people. When they're leaving, they say, Maria, I feel way better than when I got here.
Inhaling and exhaling, release the cervical spine by little figure eight with your head.
We will love you to leave this place feeling more comfortable with your body. And if you didn't learn how to do the warrior one, that's okay. But if you learn how to breathe and how to accept your body, that's enough for us. It is, yes.
This healing power may come from being only steps away from one of the most beautiful stretches of beach in Costa Rica. This rugged beauty and rugged beach town feel is something that people here work very hard to preserve.
The tourism that we're getting here is minded tourism. People that really care about the environment, that really care about the people, that care about the locals and respect the locals. They're not trying to come and impose the way of what they're doing at their homes, but they're trying to also adapt to what's here. It's kind of overused, but we're the happiest people in the world. It does work.
It's a really welcoming place, and that's become more true over the last 10 years. Especially in the coastal areas here in Nosara, it's an incredibly international community.
Nosara's pristine beaches and legendary break also make it the ideal place to get your surf on.
We're really lucky here. We sit within a conservation zone, and that means that there's no development on the beach. When you walk out onto the beach and you look back, you just see a wall of green plants and trees, and that's beautiful.
Once again, no experience is required. But if you're serious about becoming a surfer, that you want to sign up for surf school.
Those rails are specifically designed to kind of grab hold of the water and work in conjunction with the fins, so that we can kind of get some directional stability to the left or to the right as well.
Surf Simply has a different approach to teaching people how to surf. Our methodology is just totally different. We don't want a surfer just to stand up on a wave. We want them to know how to catch a wave, why to catch a wave.
So we're doing what we call a whitewater assessment. So this is the first time I've seen Joe surf, so I've just given him a few drills to kind of get a sense of where he's at with his surfing.
Each week, 8 coaches work with only 12 surfers, so spots fill up fast. The secluded beaches and ideal conditions are a huge draw.
It's pretty special here because you get south swells and north swells, so you get surf all the way through the year. And there's actually not many places in the world where that's true.
Just waking up and surfing with my friends is the best thing ever.
The people, specifically like in the water, they're very friendly. It's more like mellow, there's no like stress and everything. Everyone is like really cool in the water.
I've surfed all around the world, and you mostly have men in the water and like Danny was saying, that aggressive sort of mentality a little bit. And here, I would say almost like half the people out there or even more are women. And it's really inspiring to be a female and to be out in the water and seeing other women and seeing them push themselves as surfers too.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not all work and no play.
You know, half an hour ago, most of those guys didn't know each other. It's just so cool to be able to introduce people that become great friends.
Although it's a surf school, homework's pretty easy when this is your classroom. The last destination on our Costa Rican getaway centers around you.
Making sure your wave is comfortable.
It's time to pamper yourself and concentrate on the key ingredients of a great vacation. Relaxing, eating great food, and worshipping the sun. Imagine escaping to an oceanside hideaway where luxury and leisure await your arrival.
I said, this is why we go flying, so you can see it from a different perspective and are able to enjoy it.
It's spectacular.
Welcome to Malpais.
We found a resort that combines them all while providing the perfect setting to disconnect.
Salud. This hotel has a special place in our hearts. It's our baby. It's where it all started. We got it when it was a little 3-villa bed and breakfast, and it's where the dream and the vision began.
The owners of the Casa Chameleon hotels have created their own little Costa Rican paradise that caters to adults who want to get away. Customized for couples, these are boutique hotels in every sense of the word.
We believe that in today's travel world, people, because they're looking for that natural, that authentic experience, it's much easier to feel that in a place where
you have the intimacy.
Where you have the intimacy.
The second hotel in their meticulously planned properties, Casa Chameleon at Las Catalinas, hugs the hills of this secluded cove. Each environmentally friendly villa has their own plunge pool, graced with private panoramic views.
We are pretty conscious of the environment, and one of the things that we're trying to do is go plastic free. So we have these bottles that are recycled and recyclable.
The eco-design rooms ensure your stay is low impact and part of the country's green initiative.
Beyond the physical elements of the hotel, we really try to focus on sustainable practices. We work very hard for local interaction and being selective. For example, our chef, Jose, he really works with the local fishermen. He goes out and he selects the fishermen, sometimes goes out and fishes with them directly to select a fish.
Chef Jose Lopez has embraced the seed-to-table concept.
We're gonna try to get some fish close to the Catalina Islands. I say try because I don't like to guarantee anything when it comes to fishing. This is a bonito tuna, amazing for sashimi, which we're gonna have in about 10 minutes.
Good eating is something that comes naturally to this region of Costa Rica. People here have been found to live longer and healthier than the rest of us.
Breakfast. Fresh ceviche. You can eat ceviche just fish and lime and salt. That's it. Anything else, there's thousands of recipes for ceviche. They really are. Muchachones, vengan a probar el cevichito, por favor. We have a saying here in Costa Rica, full belly, happy heart. Estómago lleno, corazón contento.
Back at Casa Chameleon's Sentido Norte restaurant, Jose makes the rounds as he prepares his evening's meals.
We tried the octopus and mussels yesterday. Very good option, thank you.
Did you put the fries in the garlic and wine butter? Yeah, that's the way to go.
The chef is clearly comfortable in his kitchen and wants those dining with him to feel the same.
I'm going to do a little cooking class for you. We're in the middle of service, but you're on the chef's table. Some beautiful octopus tentacles. I'm gonna put a little bit of basil oil with lime. Fire is a wonder factor in dining. People love it. It's relaxing, it's energy. There you go. Mrs. Annie, you are served. It's a pleasure to cook for you.
The centerpiece of Casa Chameleon is the immense infinity pool. Like a temple to the sun gods, it's the place to be every evening as the sky comes alive.
This pool is grand and it's magnificent, and that's what this view is. We feel like that's what this country is and what this experience should be like. So we wanted to give that wow factor to people when they walked up and just were like, wow. And we like leaving people speechless. That was the whole point.
Mesmerizing and romantic. Some sunsets have a way of encapsulating an entire journey. Burned into our memory, they stay with us, forever linked to a time and a place.